Hope you're all well. Hope you're all healthy. Just a quick late post-match reaction video. Blackburn Rovers against Leeds United. That was a shocking accent, by the way. Hope you've got over it. It was an absolute shambles. The less said about it, the better. I aren't really going to go into too much detail because, do you know what? It was absolutely dire. An absolute dire performance where not one player you can pinpoint or say he could run off that field with his head held high, because not one of them were worthy of that. It was just an absolute shit show. We went from Luton Town, where we were like, in cruise control, not even got out of second gear, to looking like we ain't got a clue and we've never played together before. We've gone back to them days again. Now, I'm not one for, going on about manager and this, that and everything else, because he's got an hard enough job to do. But for me, that performance on Saturday were all down to Daniel Farke, playing players out of position. For example, we know Dan James on left. I mean, what were he doing on the left-hand side? Totally ineffective. Stuff like that. Square pegs in round holes. Players totally not on the same page. Not one of them knowing what other one's doing. And it was just total confusion. There was something not right. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. But it was like we hadn't even played together. It was an absolute fucking sham, to be honest with you. And that to me is all down how we're set up, and how we've been told to play and this, that and everything else. So for me, that result, that performance, players are to blame as well. They've still got to perform, which they obviously didn't. They didn't bother their arse turning up. But I'll put that one down to Daniel Farke, I really do. And the fact, not one of it. He's not, you could say he's not getting a tune out of any player, to be honest with you. But I think it was just a day, a bad day at office. We were poor, piss poor. We had an opportunity. Nonto should have buried his chance. Strout had an header which he probably should have buried. We had a goal disallowed, which for me should never have been disallowed. I couldn't see any foul whatsoever in that box. Referee was shite as usual, blowing up every 2 minutes as soon as one of their players went down. But that's by the by. The fact is, we went out there and didn't perform. You can say fatigue. You can say we've played 3 games in a short period of time. So has Blackburn. So has every other team. So you can't moan and groan at that. A 12-hour night shift fucking all week. That for me, that's fatigue and feeling knackered when your body clock's all messed up. So I totally don't buy into that. While we're on about work, Joel Perreault did absolutely knack all as usual. And when we're talking about working, he's the sort of person where if you dig in a fucking hole, he's the one leaning on the shovel, because he'll stand there and fucking watch you, basically, putting in all effort, doing all the running, doing all the fucking digging, whatever else, and he'll just stand there and take the fucking glory for it when ball comes to his feet and he can tuck it away. Spineless and heartless as well. When he come through, that half an opportunity where he come through. If he'd really gone in there full on, full steam ahead, and not shit himself, he would have got there first and probably, been able to do better than what actually happened. But there were a lot of players who were spineless on Saturday, and none of them performed or at any level where they should be. When you look at the team we've got, we should be doing a hell of a lot better. We'll have to put it down as a bad day at office, like I say. Overall, it was just an absolute fucking absolute shambles. Fullbacks, Firpo and Bogle, both in no man's land going forward, thinking they're both centre forwards, and not actually doing any defending. The amount of times we were caught out at back, I've lost count. But like I say, every single player, and even when you look at that, even Tanaka wasn't particularly great. And that's the first time we could say it's probably his worst performance in a Leeds shirt overall. Aronson, I think it's time we give him a rest, to be honest with you. I think, I don't know whether it's too much running about that he's doing, but sometimes he's running around like an headless chicken and getting knocked off ball every 2 minutes, losing it, and in his final third, his decision making, do I shoot, do I pass? He doesn't do any of them, and then it fucking ends up getting bollocksed up. So And like I said, Dan James, totally ineffective on that left-hand side. He kept coming over now and again on right. I don't know what we're going on, to be honest with you. I really don't. And, you know, Perot, we all know, he does bollocks all. He really does. And Joseph come on, he did nothing. He runs about, but he doesn't. He's not going to finish. He's not going to stick that ball in onion bag. That's how it comes across. I feel like he's had his opportunity. I know he's only young. He's still got time. But we'll see how that one pans out. Bamford huffed and puffed when he came on. Had an effort outside box, which just fizzled out and took a bad head injury, to be honest with you. And he went like that with his hand. His fucking hand were covered in blood. So he took a right whack off Pascal Strauch. So, yeah, but overall, guys, nowhere near good enough. An absolute shit show. If you can't go out there, you know, the 7,000 Leeds fans, over 7,000 Leeds fans attended that game. You know, roaring crowd on. They can only cheer so much. You can't cheer on a team what's fucking not even bothering their arse. Now, if you can't run over that white line with all that following what I've gone to an away game, and with an opportunity to go top at league, then come on. If you can't motivate yourself, then there's something seriously wrong somewhere. There really is. Ramazani, when he came on, touched like an elephant. None of them could pass. Like I say, not running around enough, not doing anything. And it was like I've said earlier on in video, it's like they didn't really have a clue what were going on. They were all on fucking wrong page, different page. None of them, it wasn't that flowing football that we used to seeing. So I don't know what's gone on. I really don't. But what I'm hoping is it's just a bad day at office and we're back bang at it against Derby County on Saturday because we've got to be. But they're the type of teams that we've got to be going to Ewood Park and getting a result. So I'm really disappointed. I'm sure you all are, guys. But we've just got to move on. We've got to get it out of the system as fast as we can and move on. So I'm going to leave it there, short and sweet. If you can smash a thumbs up on video, I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thanks for everybody who's already subscribed. I can't thank you all enough. Get in your comments below what you all think. What the hell's going on? Who's to blame? Why are players playing out of position? Whatever you want to say. How poor that performance was. So anyway, guys, have a lovely day. Whatever you're doing, take care, stay safe, and I'll speak to you all soon. See you later, guys.